what's the best way to advise your spouse? First of all, if we talk about the right way to advise your spouse, when you advise someone with the goal of them, of what is good for them. That's why the word nasiha in itself, it means to be sincere towards someone. So the first thing you need to be is sincere. You're not advising your spouse to prove you're right and they're wrong. You're not advising your spouse so you can use it against them later. You're advising them sincerely. And nasih is the person who is sincere towards someone else. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, ad-deenu nasiha. This religion is acting sincerely, in sincerity to Allah and so on. So sincere advice is about sincerity, first of all. Choosing the right time. Don't advise them when they're angry with you or you're angry with them. Because that never brings about the right result. When you're angry with each other and you try to advise each other, it doesn't work. Try to advise them at a time when things have calmed down and be sincere. And that means the one who is sincere is willing to take advice as well as giving it. Some people love to give advice, but they don't like to take advice. They don't like someone to advise them, but they're willing to advise everybody else. You have to be sincere and you have to choose the right time. And then if it is a case of a wife advising her husband, then she has to remember the importance of the husband in Islam and the right etiquette. Because ultimately, if you go to a king in his castle and say, listen, you're a complete failure. Everything you've done is completely terrible. And you know what it is? You need to change this and that. What's he going to do? Either he's going to call the sayyaf to cut off your head, or either anyways, he's not going to listen to you. You don't go to a king in his castle and start bad-mouthing him and shouting at him. It doesn't work. There's an etiquette. Likewise, the husband has a status in the family. Doesn't mean he's right all the time. He can make huge mistakes. His wife might be many times better in the sight of Allah than him. But he has a position given to him by Allah. So give him that position and don't take it away from him. Speak to him kindly, speak to him with the position Allah has given him, not because he's right, not because he's better than you, but because Allah gave him a certain status. So give him that position and that status. It's more likely he'll accept your advice. Whereas if you take that status away from him, doesn't matter what you say to him, you can say to him the absolute truth, but he will not accept it from you because he feels like his honor has been hurt. And you know what men are like when they feel their honor has been hurt. He's not going to listen to you at all. And with a husband advising his wife, let him be gentle with her. Sometimes husbands, when they advise their wife, they are harsh and rough and tough. And be gentle with her. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, be gentle with al-qawarir. And he gave the example of the women like the fragile, like the glass vessels, like something fragile. It's easily broken. Be gentle. Don't be rough and tough. Give your advice softly and gently and give it with love and care. And inshallah, it will be accepted from you.